Sofia plays host to the European Figure Skating Championships, the first major showdown of the year and perfect warm-up for the World Championships. And you won't miss a thing on Eurosport. This programme is brought to you on Eurosport by Rowenta and Evian. Rediscover the purity of ice skating. The European Figure Skating Championships, the Ice Dance, live this evening, 6:30 p.m. on Eurosport.
Tomorrow it's the women's singles final at the Australian Open. Top seed Monica Seles has never lost a match in Australia, and she's been the Australian Open champion in 1991, 92 and 93. Now can she claim her first Grand Slam title since that awful stabbing in Hamburg? In her way stands 8th seed Aga Huber, who's playing her first Grand Slam final. Seles against Huber for the Australian Open title tomorrow on Eurosport at 11 and again at 16:30.
So for most players, it's a time for real thought, even a nervy time, but I can't imagine that's what's happening with Boris. He's been there so many times before, and so many times he's come up with a good. Serving for the set.
Line, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Woodforde did everything pretty well at point, but what a half volley, or almost half volley, from inside the baseline that Becker played right here. Look at that. Power and precision.
I remember after he won Wimbledon, someone in a press conference asked Boris, where do you get the power for your serve? And there was a slight pause. He said, watch my knees.
But it doesn't bend like he used to.
Still there to a certain extent.
Yes, but it's nowhere near as elaborate a knee bend as a few years ago. But even though it's not an elaborate knee bend, he still uses his knees. He uses his whole body from toe right through to the fingertips.
And he's got 3 set points.
Oh. 2 guesses and guessed wrong twice.
Emperor set, Becker 6-4.
And from the moment he broke, really, it wasn't in doubt. And the Aussies are a little muted. Woodforde's got to come up with something, if he possibly can, a little bit better on return.
Well, this is a pretty well played point because he's got Becker stretching for the return of serve, and then Becker's always trying to play catch up.
Third double.
15-30.
Yeah, beautiful lob.
It's hard to make that lob because of the wind, but if your opponent makes the lob, it's even more difficult to play the smash.
So Becker straight away then has 2 break points. Yes, the wind seemed to die at the end of the Agassi match, but it's picked up again now.
It has. Tony Roach, the Australian Davis Cup coach, will be watching Woodforde to check out his play.
Yes, the Aussies need a revival in fortunes. I won't dwell on that too much, there might be some listening. Getting to almost Great Britain proportions. Not that serious yet. His break point again. Second ace.
Deuce.
I think he changed his mind there. He ordinarily would have played the sharp angle backhand smash cross court. Perhaps he anticipated that's what Becker expected. It's always better to play the shot that you've made up your mind. Don't change your mind.
Becker poised again. Well left. Oh, super rally. And that's hard lines on Woodforde.
Always on the defensive, even though it's his serve. He did very, very well. Did well to get to that shot. He did very well to get to this shot and just couldn't stop and turn around to come back to cover the last passing shot from Becker.
Fifth break point.
Deuce.
Well, it's not that good a serve to get the forced error.
Oh, I think he'll stop doing that. Don't serve wide to Becker's forehand.
Well, if he's going to serve wide, make it a little bit wider. If you're going to serve a fault, serve it wide.
Sixth break point. Oh, dear. It was a long one, too. Very long. 3 double faults in the game. And Becker gets his reward again. Leads now by a set and by a break in the second.
You have asked me to join you in representing...
You must go to plan B. I mean, it's a nice pass from Becker up the line, but if plan A is not working, you've got to go to plan B. He doesn't have a plan B.
Well played. Becker's got all the answers at the moment. And here are 2 more break points now.
15-14.
It seemed only a minute that he was winning the last break point. Yeah, gaping hole. And Boris breaks him with consummate ease that time.
To be fair to Woodforde, particularly well, this is a nice lob down the line. Becker takes it on the backhand smash, and Woodforde had to move a long way to get to that forehand, then to control the ball. Absolutely magnificent.
Three break points all of a sudden. First break points for Woodforde in the match. Good return. At last, some reward. They've waited an hour for it, but now the patriotism can show.
Becker leads by 3 games to 1.
He's still a breakdown.
It's still a breakdown. It'll do his confidence the world of good to get one service break. It may conceivably be a little bit late for this set, but still, it's always good to be able to break the opponent's serve, at least to know that you can break the opponent's serve.
And of course, first off, he's got to hold his own, which he's been unable to do the last 2 times he's served.
Service.
That service break giving him a bit more confidence.